Welcome to the Impact Zone, ladies and gentlemen. We have two matches for you here tonight. Two. My throat is a bit better, thank you for asking. But before we start, if you do enjoy indie wrestling, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel and drop a like, just to help me out. Let's promote indie wrestling on WWE 2K24 and 2K25. We have two matches. We have a fatal four-way for the Knockouts Championship between Emma and these three women that are coming up. I want to leave it as a bit of a surprise. We have a main event, Hell in a Cell action for the TNA Tag Team titles between RVD and Rhino, Motor City Machine Guns, and you'll find out who else. But Emma making her way to the ring, or Tennille Dashwood, we're going to call her Emma. One of these women will represent the face of TNA. And of course, we will probably have a TNA pay-per-view in around 6 weeks of Universe Mode time, maybe. I think I'm going to do Sacrifice first, or Bound for Glory. I haven't decided. I'm going to have a look. I'm only going to download one at a time, because, Naomi. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. Dig it to the floor. I can't do it. My throat actually still hurts. Naomi is here. She'll want to be the women's champion. We've got icons. We've got legends of TNA on this roster. Oh, it's a banger. Like I said last time, if you do hear me just like sipping, I'm sorry, I'm not editing out. This Mickie James, look at this Mickie James car. How amazing is this? Hardcore country Mickie James in the arena, ladies and gentlemen, wanting to be the first TNA Women's Knockout Champion. And finally, this woman. Of course, we had to get a bit of current in there, didn't we? We had to go. I'm getting choked by my headset again. Really need a long. Remind me to buy an extension cable for my fucking headset. And yeah, it is an 18+. And here comes Jordynne Grace. She's here tonight. She's trying to win. I know there's better cause than this one, but I like this one more. I don't know why. It's just something about it. So fatal four-way action, ladies and gentlemen. Emma, Naomi, Jordynne Grace, and Mickie James for the TNA Women's Championship. Who will walk out with the Knockouts World title? Well, we're about to find out. And of course, Hell in a Cell action in the main event. We have the TNA World title gauntlet match on next week's episode. And we'll hear from potentially a couple of superstars on the roster. Like I said, I'm not revealing the whole rosters to you. I'm not going to just give you all your dinner and your dessert. I'm going to drip feed it to you so you see a bit of what's happening. Then you'll see like, oh, bam, he's here, she's here. It'll be crazy. And Naomi starting in the centre of the ring for some reason. The referee in the way. Going straight to work on Jordynne Grace. We know about that rivalry. Knee to the face. And of course, there is the potential for certain superstars to cross-brand and see where they can end up. But yeah, that's when that happens. And going across, Emma working on Jordynne Grace, Naomi working on Mickie James. I really like this Mickie James car. We're gonna be excited, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, TNA, Ring of Honor, and New Japan Pro Wrestling, all on this universe mode. It's the only place you'll see all three. So make sure you tune in more. I'm going to give a call to action now. Subscribe, hit the like button. Tell me who you want to see on TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan. Is there anyone that hasn't been on an episode that you think should be on an episode? It's amazing. So these four women specially selected to compete in the Fatal 4-Way match. Obviously not the only women on the roster. We have a lot of women that you'll be excited to see. And some surprises that you won't expect to be on here, to be honest. But they're like TNA veterans. There's some current. There's a right mix. And Emma and Jordynne Grace fighting outside the ring here. Kendo stick in hand for Emma. Gonna bounce that over the head. Nope. I think I've turned off notifications as well this time. We won't get any friend pop-ups or messages or anything. But we're in the Impact Zone, ladies and gentlemen. Naomi and Jordynne Grace renewing that rivalry. Mickie James and Tennille Dashwood / Emma. Another rivalry in the making. Who's going to walk out the Knockouts champion? And what does this mean for the Knockouts division? Are we going to get a fighting champion like Jordan? Or are we going to get more of a reserve champion, makes her opponents earn her shots a bit like Mickie James and Naomi. And taunting outside the ring, Emma is Mickie James, and of course a veteran. I believe she debuted in WWE, I want to say 2005, and still partially active to this day. That's a 19-year career, ladies and gentlemen, as of the making of this video. Nearly 20-year career for the hardcore country Mickie James. She's getting a double neck break, and Naomi and Jordynne Grace working together, and there you see the rivalry just becomes too much. Jordynne, big boot to Naomi's head. And now these two are... There's definitely more in this match than meets the eyes. There's more in them little two. We're going to see them two down the line, surely, in a big rematch from the real product. We have some really good superstars on this brand. Every brand, it's taken me... I think I spent yesterday... I haven't been very well, to be honest. I spent 8 hours designing the rosters, getting them not so there's too many people, but making sure there's the right quality and the right amount of people for different sections, and heels, the right amount of faces, some icons and things like that. Some old... What the hell is going on with Emma and Mickie James? I think they're bugged. Oh no, they're not. They're out of the bug. And Jordynne Grace just suplexing and throwing everybody about. What else do you expect? Absolute domination in the women's division in TNA normally, Jordynne Grace. But I must say, not trying to throw shade on TNA now, but the women's division that I've created, obviously with availability, and Naomi, close call, the availability of contracts and stuff, TNA don't have the access to some of the women I've used, but this women's roster on TNA could be argued to be the strongest. I mean, it depends what you like. Oh, and Naomi going for a submission. Surely Mickey's going to break that up. Surely she's just realised... No, she's not in trouble. So, it depends what you like. So, Ring of Honor has really technical wrestlers, a lot of new breed wrestlers, up-and-comers, kind of like Toni Storm, Mariah May. New Japan has a lot of, again, technical wrestlers, but with a bit of character. So if you're wanting a mix, I'd say New Japan's women's division. I think TNA is all about character, entertainment, and there's some really talented women on here. And that's Emma going to work on Naomi on the outside of the ring. Mickie James looking very precarious on that rope, and Jordynne Grace is here. Misses with the punch. Goes for an RKO, and Mickie reverses it. Clothesline. Jordynne, of course, jumping straight back up. The powerhouse Jordynne Grace. Can she be the first Knockouts champion of this universe mode? Flapjack. That's what... Oh, and kendo stick. Look at Tennille Dashwood. Absolute opportunist. Beating the crap out of Mickie James with that kendo stick. And going for a pin on Jordynne, but Naomi's there. Misses the drop kick. Doesn't hit it. Oh, Naomi caught her in motion. And I'm actually really proud of myself for getting this and the last New Japan episode. Probably the next ones that I recorded. I'm still quite ill. I don't know what it is. I've just got some sort of throat infection or sore throat. Feel really off it, but I really wanted to do it. I was so excited to do it when I thought about where can I take universe mode. Obviously WWE I love, but everybody does it on YouTube, and I want to be showcasing people's. So something that I need to implement is accreditation. So I know some of the creators put their ats in the the name tag. That would be super helpful, because it's hard to get. I have over 90 plus superstars downloaded, so to put the credit. But I want to showcase what people can create, and a lot of these creations that I've got from the GTEO, I said it in the New Japan hashtag, and them creators are amazing. People like Pat Creates, and I'm not just saying that person, but there's a lot of people who make amazing, and I'm trying to get a mix. So with the Jordynne Grace one, I picked a different creator because I thought, deserves it. A lot of effort's gone into that. And kick to breaking up the pinfall. Naomi going for the kendo stick. Of course, we've got Hell in a Cell action in the Impact Zone next with tag team turmoil for the TNA tag team titles. Of course, I will let you know that Matt Hardy is not on. I couldn't really find a Matt Hardy that I wanted. And I also, when I was planning it, I wanted Jeff to be a singles competitor. And I didn't want to have that kind of like choice. And Mickey going to go for the pinfall, so I picked up Jeff Hardy instead. But don't you worry, there is so much talent on this roster. If TNA could obviously it's not possible with some of the superstars, but if TNA could somehow harbour this roster that's on here with some of the old icons, it would be amazing. And Tennille Dashwood, what's she going for here? Is she pulling the hair of Naomi? Oh, Jesus. A drop kick there. I believe that's by Mickie James on Jordynne Grace. Tennille Dashwood rolls her up. What's she going for? Oh, she's going to stand on her hair? Oh, Jesus. How is this legal? What is the referee doing, man? Where even is the referee? Oh, he's there. Oh, what the hell is that? Is that a baseball bat? Jordynne Grace with moonsault. Baseball bat in the hands of Tennille Dashwood. Naomi in trouble. Rolled her up. Naomi lining up Mickie James. Still a little bit of time. And she just put... Oh, no. And she's going to win this. 1, 2. Mickie James, such a veteran. I'll be honest. I can't be like these other creators who commentate over the Universe mode. I always have bias. I don't know if you guys have this when you play Universe mode, but I always want someone to win. And when they don't win, that makes it easier for me to book. And look at Naomi kicking Mickie James. I want Mickie James to win. I'm going to be open. That's who I wanted. And it doesn't look like... Double pin here. Who's going to... Controversial. And they both kicked out at 2. That spot's perfect for Universe mode creation. Because it looks like... That won't happen very often. And Naomi thrown into the turnbuckle. Of course, Mickie James and Jordynne Grace. Tennille Dashwood. I'm quite impressed with Emma. Or Tennille Dashwood. I'll call her whatever I want. You guys who watch wrestling will know who she is. I'm quite impressed. Obviously, cast out by WWE. I think... So one thing I like to do is not stop talking. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I think she was very underused in WWE. I think she had a bit more... I'm not saying she was a main eventer. I'm not saying she should have been undefeated world champion for 5 years. But I think WWE could have done more with her. I think she was quite over in her first run. Then she came back as like that Emelina. Never really did anything. I just think she was poorly used. And Jordynne Grace clearing the ring. Emma with a... And Naomi misses the dropkick. Could that be costly? Yes, it's going to be. Because Tennille with the lariat there. And Jordynne Grace hurt. But can she stop? Oh, big boot. And Mickey's up. It just seems like they can't get someone down. Just seems like they can't get someone down. Naomi and Jordynne Grace. Naomi going high. We love this move. Tell me WWE TNA isn't as good as WWE when you see matches like this. Naomi going to pick up the victory. Mickey, alert. Veteran instincts. What I found in my time of... a little secret, I used to record Universe. I had quite a successful channel. What's Mickey going for here? Single leg Boston Crab. Over 1,000 subscribers. I forgot the password and everything. But I used to create Universe World content on, I believe, 2K17 and 18. Nice move there from... Oh, Mickey! Gonna pick up the victory. 1, 2... And what I was saying is, on that old channel, all I did was focus on WWE content. And I actually do watch New Japan, TNA. And it's just different. And I can create... I don't have to... I think the thing is, when you make WWE ones, you're influenced by what happens on TV quite a lot. And that's just me. Maybe that's just me. But, like, you tend to repeat the rivalries. On TNA, because I don't watch it every week. Like, these two, I only know about the rivalry between Jordynne Grace and Naomi. And it was quite intense. But, like... I can be creative. It doesn't really matter who I put in a rivalry with who. And bodies everywhere. Jordynne Grace going to finish this one off, I think. Bulldog by Emma. Naomi taken down by Mickey, which leaves 2 women standing. Mickey going to go for the pin, and Tennille breaks up. Bit silly there. Not very veteran-like. And there's just bodies everywhere. I think we're close to the end now, ladies and gentlemen. But what a first episode of Impact. Can't really complain to Mickey. Armbar. Is she going to tap? Naomi's going to get up. Breaks it up. Just need a woman to stay down. And what the hell is this? Hurricanrana. Jordynne Grace reversed by Tennille Dashwood. Going for something here. And if Naomi plays her cards right and just waits, then we could have... Oh! Smart. We could have a 30-minute match. I mean, I planned it to not be this long, but it's brilliant, man. And if you're enjoying it, like I say, leave a like. It just lets me know that you enjoy it. If you have any suggestions, like if you notice something, because I'm not the most observant, if you say, like, Naomi and Jordynne Grace, you want to see that rivalry, put it in the comments. I'll make it happen straight away. I'm all for it being everybody's universe mode. I know a lot of people like make their own and want to do their own things, but I'm quite happy to go along. If you want to see Jordynne Grace versus Naomi at Sacrifice, we'll make it happen, and I'll book it in a way where I can make it like feel like, you know, like a story. And Body's starting to stay down now. Body's starting to stay down in this match. We've just got Tenille and Jordynne Grace. Who will be the last woman standing in this match? Well, there's not many. And Mickie James and Naomi, chair to the head. And Mickie, has she got this? No. I'm very impressed with Emma. Emma's been so exceptional. Spinning around like an aeroplane. That's fair enough. Drops her on her head. And going for the pinfall. And Naomi there. Naomi's so alert. And look at Naomi with the kicks to Jordan. But I think Emma's pissed off. And surely this time Naomi rolls her up. Oh no. Submission in. And I don't believe Tenille's up. I don't believe... It's over. She's tapped. Your new Knockouts champion is Naomi. I'm amazing. I'm actually quite happy with that. I wanted Mickie James, but Tenille Dashwood tapping out to that nasty hold there. We have our main event is for the TNA Tag Team titles. Be there inside Hell in a Cell. We have the Motor City Machine Guns. We have Jeff Hardy and RVD and Rhino. Oh, you're about to see it. I don't want to spoil it. Let's just get into it. Bodies will be broken. Careers will be shortened. But it's all about that, ladies and gentlemen. That hellacious structure of the ring. It's Hell in a Cell. And that's what the indie shows have. They're not like... You don't need pay-per-views when you have a tag team Hell in a Cell triple threat match as your main event on a normal episode of Impact. That's what indie wrestling is all about. And welcome to the ring representing Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley. This car, amazing. I won't keep glazing the cars. You can see how amazing they are. If you really want to know who it's by, I didn't make them. I can definitely go and find the creator and tell you all the tags you need. As long as you comment, I'll spend 2 minutes just looking for it. It's not a big issue. And of course, his Motor City Machine Gun partner, Christopher Sabin. Don't know if that's his full name. Could have just insulted him. But he's here in the Impact Zone. Motor City Machine Guns trying to be the first tag team champions. And who are they against? Well, I remember now. We have RVD and Rhino and these guys. Well, they're coming out one at a time, you know, for suspense. It's not the fact that I couldn't be arsed making a tag team entrance. We completely don't need to even consider that's the reason they're not coming out together. And here we have it. Bobby Roode. So I think you know who his teammate's going to be. He's coming out as Triple H. Interesting. Bobby Roode. And of course, if you ever watched TNA back in the late 2000s, early 2010s, you know who his partner's going to be. It's the Cowboy. Alright, the Cowboy, ladies and gentlemen. James Storm. This is a great way to kick off the tag division. You got some of the best. And let me tell you, I'm not a car salesman, but this is not even the full tag division that TNA have. This James Storm car, sorry. I said I wouldn't do it, and brilliant car. I have to edit the hair on quite a lot of them, though, because for some reason hair doesn't transport over. I don't know what sort of coded issues we got, but that's an old Bobby Roode, and that's James Storm with the glasses on. He's going to fight in the glasses. He told me that earlier. He never takes the glasses off. Never, for anyone. So, he's not going to take them off inside this Hell in a Cell. Simple as that. And here we have it. Rhino. Rhino's here, ladies and gentlemen. He will want a championship, and he's with his old ECW buddy Rob Van Dam. Of course, we got a custom RVD. We didn't go for the basic. We're not basic bitches here on the Eaters Jet channel. We went for probably my favourite attires from RVD. I actually scoured about 5 pages of RVDs, and I ended up finding one on the first page that was just perfect. I was just seeing if there's anything else. And here he is in the Impact Zone, Rob Van Dam. So will the ECW Originals, that's kind of the name I've give them, win the titles? We can't really see much. terrible camera angles. I think this is something... Why don't they remove this part of the cage? And RVD going to work on Sabin. Too much going on already. I'm just curious, if you're at this point and you want to leave a comment or something, I want to know who you predict will win the tag team titles. Of course, we have that TNA World Championship match next week. We got the X Division title as well. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't forgot about the X Division. There's a lot of titles that won't all be decided on the first episodes, and they're not just going to be rushed onto the second episode, so we have all champions straight away. We've got the New Japan, we got the women's tournament for the IGWP. You know, you'll have to see what we're doing for X Division. Of course, it's not next week, isn't the X Division? It's not actually scheduled in, but we have the world title being decided, just so we can have a direction. And neck breaker by Alex Shelley on Rob Van Dam. James Storm going to town on Rhino. And signed for next week, we have a world title match for the TNA World Championship. I am not even going to... It's a 1v1 match, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm sorry, I know who it is between, but it's the perfect match. It's a tribute to TNA, and that's the only clue you're getting. Obviously, they're not the only main eventers. I just want to do this match. I just think it's a perfect match to headline TNA Impact for the world title, for the first world title match. Two absolute soldiers of TNA. And Rhino, I don't know what you call that suplex. I like this Bobby Roode. This Bobby Roode, so out of all the cores I've downloaded, I think I downloaded across 2 accounts as well, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I downloaded like probably 90 in total. This Bobby Roode one was the biggest pain in the ass. I could have just used the default model really, but no, I'm trying to make it so authentic as possible. And Sabin dropped on his back. This Bobby Roode with the hair, absolute nightmare. Would not stick hair on his head for some reason. It took me nearly half an hour to just get that hair on his head. Now RVD, of course, in the Impact Zone. This is 6 men out of a potential... the rosters aren't that heavy. I said that on New Japan. They're not... I know it looks like there's a lot of variety, but you'll actually see that, like, the more episodes that come out, the less, like, people there is. I think there's maybe, like, 20 men, 8 to 10 women. But they're all worth the wait and go. We've only seen 6 men. You're going to bear that in mind, so obviously there's still some more. No roster from any of the promotions that I'm doing has got more than 30. I think they're all below 30. So we'll have plenty of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Plenty of combinations, plenty of different matches. I must say it's quite close. It's Shelley with a look like a sister Abigail on Bobby Roode, and James Storm straight there to help his buddy Rob Van Dam, being thrown to the outside of the ring by Chris Sabin. Rhino gonna go help him, and we've got the heel beer money. The heel beer money. Probably my favourite TNA tag team. It's hard because I really like Motor City Machine Guns, but I look like, you know, a heel faction's good when you had the Aces and Eights and you actually hated Beer Money. I actually hated Beer Money, and I was growing up, like, older. Like, when as a kid it was like Edge. I absolutely hated Edge, but then when I'm older, Rhino against the Cell, and now it's like, I remember Beer Money I used to hate, but I used to think James Storm was cool as shit, but I didn't used to like him. And of course, mention of Aces and Eights. There might be more members of them in this universe mode. You'll have to see Rob Van Dam and Chris Sabin throwing and exchanging punches on the outside of the ring. One of these teams is going to walk out here the TNA World Champion. No disqualifications, no excuses, no time limit. Somebody's going to walk out with the titles. It could be James Storm right here. He's going for a pin. He just got 1 count. And Bobby Roode, impressive move there. I mean, the only problem with Hell in a Cell matches is they're very difficult to see because of the steel. I think they should remove this front panel, or give you the option at least. RVD going for a powerbomb. Sabin reverses. Rhino's got a pin on Bobby Roode, but it's just a 1 count. And who's going to be the first TNA tag titles? Of course, we saw Naomi becoming the knockout champion. I'm sure we'll hear from her in the next couple of weeks and how she plans to defend that title. We'll see other women showcasing their abilities in matches. We'll need to find a number 1 contender for all titles at some point. So, yeah, number 1 contenders matches will be hot and heavy. Rhino with a belly-to-belly. Sabin got RVD in a sort of an ankle lock. Doesn't look too pretty, that. And RVD getting out of it. Fair play to Rob Van Dam. Very versatile, very agile competitor, obviously. Former TNA World Champion. He will be everywhere in this universe, man. I think, and just saying that, I wanted RVD in here because he's one of my all-time favourites. Like, he genuinely is one of my all-time favourites. Like, wrestlers ever. And in my opinion list, obviously, the Mount Rushmore for me is pretty straightforward, and then you have the people that are probably could interchange on the Mount Rushmore. But then I have, like, favourites. I have, like, 5 favourites after them, like 6 to 8 superstars. Rob Van Dam's on there with, like, Jeff Hardy and I like Triple H, you see. I think Triple H is just... What the hell? I think Triple H is kind of, like, never been the guy apart from, like, 04 to 05, but maybe 03 to 04. But, like, he's always been important. Without Triple H, the WWE would not have had a heel. And RVD going for a pin here. Just keep your eye on RVD because Rhino had everybody down, and there is bodies starting to lie around. And I guess the more we get into context and get into the episodes, the less I'll talk shit. Probably not, no promises, but back body drop. Oh, it's an atomic drop by James Storm, and Rhino bouncing. I feel like all I've seen is Bobby Roode get battered, and Alex Shelley going for a pin. Only a 1 count. Rhino, we yet to see him hit a gore. Yet to see RVD go to the top rope and hit a frog splash. Russian leg sweep from Shelley onto the chair as well. Oh shit. Isn't this the same move Naomi used to win the title? Rhino too strong to submit in that kind of submission. I'm no technical wrestler, but I know that's not going to work. Then we have Bobby Roode, who I don't think's had 1 bit of offense. He probably has. You guys probably know better. You've been watching and listening to me yap on. But Sabin, I think he's took Bobby Roode to the floor, and he's going to go back in and try and get some momentum because Shelley's getting absolutely battered by Rhino. And James Storm with a pin, Rhino quick to break it up. And of course next week, if you do want to support all of the indie promotions, that is brilliant. But I only advise you to watch the ones you're interested in if you are interested in them. You don't have to... I understand some people only like New Japan and will probably only like that. Some people only like AEW / it is an AEW Ring of Honor hybrid. It's not like Ring of Honor. We have some of the originals like Punk and I'm spoiling stuff. And Kevin Steen, but it's like if you like Ring of Honor, that's for you. And then TNA is obviously TNA. If you like TNA, stick around. But watching them all, you get to experience different superstars. You get to see what they look like. You get to watch them in like short format matches, see some of their moves because the movesets are quite ridiculously accurate. And trash can by Storm, still got the glasses on, and I love that. RKO from Storm. He's got the trash can, Bobby Roode. And RVD is suplexing. I think this is near the end, I'm going to be honest. I think somebody's going to hit a big move. And I'll let you into a little secret, ladies and gentlemen. And I guess you probably already guessed it. I didn't mean to have the glasses on James Storm. I went through every creation because of the hair teleportation not working to check. And I thought I'd remove them. And RVD nearly had Shelley there. Just forgot to remove the glasses, but I guess it looks kind of cool. Maybe we just leave them on all season. And that's the illness coming back. You heard me sniffle there. RVD with a pin here. Bobby Roode. Have we seen Bobby Roode do any offense? I hope for better performances from Bobby Roode because it seems like James Storm's carrying, but Alex Shelley's going to go and lock him in this. That is a nasty submission. He could tap here, James Storm. Bobby Roode's got to break up, and he does. That's the first good thing he's done. Well, at least when I've been observing him. He's got RVD a bit now and shoulder tackle. Motor City Machine Guns look quite on top. They look like they're going to win this match, I think. I told you, I'm biased as hell. You're not going to get no neutral commentary here. I'm biased as hell. I always know when I book a match. Like when I created the New Japan tournament, I already know I want to win, but it's a 1 in 8. I don't do anything to the sliders to make somebody win. I just react to it like you guys will be reacting to it for the first time. That's the beauty of it. That's why you should subscribe and stick around, because I always have favourites. I'm such a biased commentator. I mean, you want to know my call every match? I can do that. Play by play. I want beer money. Don't ask me why. But I wanted beer money, and that's why I'm getting onto Bobby Roode, because he's doing nothing right now. He's laid on the floor, taking a nap, while James Storm there in the sunglasses. Can't see properly, by the way, because they're Riley's sunglasses, and Chris Sabin looks like he's about to go through the cage. I'm just going to keep an eye on this and just shut him. No, he didn't. He's wearing sunglasses, so he can't see properly. Rob Van Dam doing a giant press. I don't think I've ever seen him do that into a moonsault. I've never seen Rob Van Dam do that. This is one of the base game characters. He's going to win here. And he does! And Rhino had the pin on Bobby Roode as well. Rob Van Dam and Rhino, the TNA Tag Team Champions. I'm speechless. Absolutely speechless. The ECW Originals are the TNA Tag Team Champions. I think these are going to be quite difficult to beat, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, I'm quite worried who's going to beat these guys. It was a brilliant match, though. If you did enjoy the episode... What the hell? If you did enjoy the episode, make sure, again, I'm sorry for asking, but I've got to do it. Like it, just so I know. Comment anything you would have changed, how you would book next week. Well, I mean, I think you guys will like the world title if you like TNA. Just comment anything you'd like to see. If the superstar's available and I can do it and it's not conflicting with another promotion, then I'll do it. We can get the likes. These are ones that I haven't got. So we can get Sabu, we can get Foley, we can get Christian Cage. I did not get Christian Cage. I'm not using Booker T either. I know, sin, but just trust me. I need to let the game work. The game's buggy as hell, and I've got downloaded like 30 for TNA. So that is the episode. So if you can like, subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. If you're not interested in TNA, of course, we do have other content. Ring of Honor, New Japan. They are all separate. By the way, there will be Forbidden Door pay-per-views, but that's kind of like a special. Make sure you go check them out. That'd be brilliant. I'll see you guys later, and peace.